In this video, I'll be going over the operations of a Rue Hybrid. On the front of the camper, you'll have a deep cycle battery that'll be charging as you're plugged in. Two 20-pound propane tanks that will be full when you pick up your rental. These will have an automatic switchover, so when you pick this up, make sure that both tanks are on at the top. This has an electric tongue jack. One switch is for the light, the other switch is for the up and down operation, so you do not have to manually crank. On the side of the unit, you'll see your city water connection. This is your full hookup. If you go to the campsite and they have a water connection, you'll connect here and turn your water on. Directly below is storage. This unit has 4 stabilizer jacks on all 4 corners. These are meant to stabilize only, not to lift the camper. You'll be supplied with a crank handle to run these down to stabilize. The hot water tank is 6-gallon, electric and propane. When you are ready and plugged in, you can turn on the on switch in the bottom left-hand corner of the hot water tank to run the hot water tank on electric. The propane switch is inside and lights automatically. This is called your freshwater fill. This is a holding tank, so it allows you to take water with you if you do not have a water connection at the campsite. This will work off of a 12-volt water pump. Cable and satellite connections for TV. Unit's equipped with an outdoor shower. Does have hot and cold water on the outside. Has a 30 amp 110 detachable shore cord. You will be supplied with a 25-foot cord with the unit. Your dumps are easily labeled with a black handle and a gray handle. On the operation, you always want to start with the black and then do your gray second to flush out your sewage hose. This unit has 3 pop-out beds. On this one, all you have to do is go on the inside, remove the bar, and you will lift up on the corner and then latch the bed shut. On the door side of the unit, you have an electric awning. Switch is inside. Once you run the awning completely out, you will want to adjust according to if it is raining or windy out. You can pull down here and then tighten your knob, which will put a slope on your awning. Awning lights, porch lighter switches inside. You also have outdoor speakers for the radio, a stove vent that you'll want to remember to come outside and open once you get to the campsite. The vent you see here is for the furnace. You want to stay away from the furnace vent. It is extremely hot when you're using the furnace. Has an outside TV bracket, outside TV connection with electric right next to it. A refrigerator vent is all for maintenance, nothing to worry about there. And you also have an outdoor track for a grill, which has also a quick connect propane line that'll work off of the propane tanks on the unit. Going inside, as soon as you step inside the door, you have a monitor panel. The first thing you'll see is an empty to full reading for your battery, your fresh tank, your black tank, and your gray tank. By pushing what you want to see, you can see that the battery is fully charged, your fresh water is empty, black water is empty, and so on. Then you have the water pump switch. If you are running off your fresh water tank, you will need the water pump to supply yourself with water pressure. The other blue switch is the water heater on propane. When you turn the switch on, you're simply waiting on this red light to turn off, and it ignites automatically on propane. The awning switch is as simple as extend and retract. You're just going to hold it until it stops. It's all the way in, it latches itself. The bottom switches are all lights. You have an interior light, the porch light. This one's labeled scare light, which is actually the awning light. Microwave is electric only, so if you are plugged in, the microwave is always on and ready for use. You have a light and fan for your stove top. The top half has an igniter. You do not need a lighter for the top half of the stove, but you do need to light your pilot light on the bottom manually. To do so, you'll come over, turn the stove to pilot on, push it in, go underneath with your lighter and light your pilot. Once the flame's lit, you want to hold this in for an additional 10 seconds to let the thermocoupler get hot. The table does collapse, falls down, so you can make another bed here also. Refrigerator itself is electric and propane depending on where you're camping. As you can see here, there are only two switches. One is an on button. When you turn it on and this button is depressed, you'll have auto. While you're plugged in, it's electric. While you're unplugged, it's gas. 99% of the time, this is what you'll want to use. If you push the button out and the light goes out, you're going to be running on gas only. The black thermostat on the wall is for the furnace. Simply just take the white knob, bump it up, the furnace will turn on by itself, light and cycle whenever is necessary. Below the refrigerator is your breakers and fuses. Everything is labeled. Every fuse actually has a red light next to it, so if you blow a fuse, it's going to light up red to show you which fuse is blown. And then next to that, you have a battery disconnect. While you're using this in rental, just leave the battery on. This needs to be pulled out while in use. Back behind me, you got the radio, TV connections, and everything else like that. This bracket does actually come off the wall to go outside. The radio is radio, CD, and DVD player, which will all be connected and wired for you upon pickup. Towards the back bed that I have open, you'll see the bar holding the fabric out. You'll simply push forward, pull down, release the bar, set it down on the bed, and flip your mattress over for you to close the bed from outside. Last thing to show you is the restroom. Very simple operation. The toilet is a foot pedal flush. You will want to hold down halfway for water to fill the toilet, all the way down to flush it. And after you flush it, you need to put water back into the toilet bowl to keep any sort of smell from traveling up from your black tank. There is a switch on the wall for the light on the ceiling. This has an automatic vent fan. As soon as you open up the lid, the fan will turn on. This is an exhaust fan for the bathroom. The shower head has a button to conserve your hot water. You only get 6 gallons of hot water, so as you're going, turn this on and off as you're getting rinsed off or soapy to save your water for more than 2 minutes. Other than that, that is the very simple operations of the Rue Hybrid.